What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be talking about Sex Drive. So this movie, I don't think I've seen it in its entirety before. I think I have seen bits and pieces of it on TV. Like I remember certain moments and certain scenes, but I don't think I've ever seen like the movie like front to back, start to finish. So yeah, I just checked this out, and I'm telling you what, I was a pretty darn big fan of this. This was right up my alley. It came out in 2008. It's a R-rated comedy. It's a like a coming of age teen sex comedy. It's like a time capsule for that era. But I mean, even for like it's even reminiscent of movies that are like quite a few years older, like the late '90s, early 2000s movies, like the gross out sex comedy stuff like American Pie and Road Trip. Even though this came out in the late 2000s, it has that same type of vibe, and I love Road Trip. I love all the American Pie movies, so this definitely felt like that, and it was just, I mean, it was just so funny. I love these R-rated comedies that are so inappropriate, uh, kind of that offensive type comedy, that like super raunchy comedy, a lot of the gross out stuff. I love that type of stuff. So yeah, this was pretty darn cool, and I'm glad I checked it out. So jumping into a plot summary, the movie focuses on these three teenagers, Ian, Lance, and Felicia. Uh, Lance, he's kind of a player. Ian, he is not really good with women. He's a virgin. And then Felicia is, Ian's best friend, but Ian, has a crush on Felicia, but Felicia pretty much has a crush on Lance initially. So there's this whole weird dynamic between the three of them. And yeah, basically, like I said, Ian is not really good with women. He's not really, he doesn't have like a girlfriend. He's like a virgin and stuff. So basically, he tries his hand at online dating, and he's talking to this girl, Miss Tasty, and basically, you know, she's like down to hook up. So, that's like he's got to take that opportunity. So he steals his brother's car, and him, Lance, and Felicia, they go on this like cross country road trip so that he can meet up with Miss Tasty and hook up with her and lose his virginity. So that is the basic plot summary. The first the first main point that I want to get into is I really liked the relationship between Ian and his older brother Rex. It wasn't a good relationship. They like Rex was a total dick, but I liked the dynamic between them because it I don't know, when I was watching this, like the whole time, like any time there was like an interaction between Rex and Ian, like I was just thinking about Wyatt and Chet from Weird Science. Like I was just getting big Weird Science vibes, like, cause like that was the whole deal. Like Chet was just a total dick throughout the whole Weird Science movie, and he was just always mean to Wyatt. Like that's how like Rex was. Rex was a complete dick, and like a big part of Weird Science, a big part of like Wyatt's growth was, gaining confidence and standing up to Chet. That was like a big, that was like a huge part of Ian's character was, him slowly gaining confidence and eventually standing up to Rex. So basically, yeah, I really liked that relationship between them, and yeah, it did remind me of Weird Science, which I'm a huge fan of, and it was cool. I liked Ian's character arc like throughout the movie. He basically he doesn't he doesn't sell out. Like he stays true to himself, but he kind of becomes the best version of himself. It's like a coming of age story. Like he gains that confidence, but he doesn't become something he's not. Like he doesn't become a player. He doesn't become an asshole, because that's just not him. But he does like come into his own, and he becomes like super confident. Like during the third act, like he's kind of like, like he grew some balls. Like he was like he was gangster low key. Like he was like straight shooting fools, and it was great. But anyways, yeah, I like that relationship. Something else that I really liked was so Seth Green is in this movie. I'm a huge Seth Green fan. His character was probably my favorite character in the whole movie. Like, of course, I liked the three leads, but Seth Green's character, Ezekiel, was the funniest character in the whole movie. Like, he was like the standout comedic character. Basically, he was this Amish guy, and he was like really good with cars, and he would always like fix people's broken down cars. And his whole like his one notable thing about his character is that besides the fact that he's really good at repairing cars, is that he's always sarcastic, and like nobody can tell if he's actually like a total dick or if he's just being sarcastic. But he pretty much is just being sarcastic, but you can't even tell. So he's like, yeah, there's this party next door. Just take it easy while we do all this for you. And then he's always like, mentioning like, oh yeah, we helped you out, we fixed your car. Like, we have a lot of chores around here. You could help us. Like, you don't have to. Like, oh no, I'm just kidding. And then he's like, yeah, no problem. We love fixing other people's shit for free. So yeah, Seth Green's character, he was just absolutely hilarious. There's like countless other lines. I probably butchered those lines, which I always do, but I feel like you get the gist. Like, he was just sarcastic throughout the entire movie, absolutely hilarious, and he made the movie. Like, he absolutely killed it. So yeah, shouts out Seth Green. His character was thebomb.com, absolutely hilarious. And I kind of already mentioned this earlier, how this movie is reminiscent of movies slightly older than it, like American Pie and Road Trip. I like this style of comedy. They don't even really make a lot of comedies anymore, and especially not like R-rated comedies. And like a lot of stuff in this movie, could definitely be seen as offensive, and like a lot of stuff in this movie would not fly today. And the comedy's really raunchy as well. Like, it is like that American Pie type comedy. Like Ian, like early on in the movie, his stepmom like slips and badly injures herself on his I'm gonna say it like how like people in the UK say it. She slipped on his spunk. She slipped on his man juice. So like that was funny. Basically, he was like messing around with like a condom. Like, he had never put on like a condom before. So he's just like in his room messing with it, and he like flicked it on his stepmom's head, and she like came in to give him a snack or something, and she's just like, wow, with like the condom on her head, she just like acts like it's nothing, but you can tell she's like totally freaked out, and they're just like carrying out a conversation. It's that type of like awkward comedy, like, like, I feel like that's like realistic though, because when you're a teenager, you constantly, like, I still constantly embarrass myself, but when you're a teenager, like, there's so many, like, looking back, like, I did so many like cringeworthy things and so many awkward things. I would just like constantly embarrass myself, and you get that, like, some of the jokes in this or some of the situations, you get that like sinking feeling, like, oh no, like he's just like, oh yeah, like there's this one instance where like Ian uh, he like they bring him on stage for this abstinence pledge or whatever, and there's this like pregnant girl next to him that's like telling her story about how she got pregnant and how it was like bad and ruined her life, and he's like it looks like he's staring at her, but he's actually staring at these girls that are backstage and they're all, you know, getting naked and stuff. So he gets like an erection, and then everyone's like, you know, like appalled. They're like, you're getting an erection from this girl telling, you know, pouring her heart out, telling her story of getting pregnant and how it ruined her life and all her trials and tribulations. So it's like, yeah, just all that gross out sex humor, really raunchy, really inappropriate, like just, you know, like teenagers embarrassing themselves. And then yeah, it was funny because like shortly after that, it was like like instantly like someone posted it on YouTube and he got like humiliated. So yeah, this was like my type of comedy. I mean, I like all kinds of comedies, but I have a special place in my heart for these like raunchy R-rated teen sex comedies. I don't know, like I'm getting older, but I still have like I don't think I hope I never grow out of these like stuff like American Pie and Road Trip. I don't know, stuff like it just these movies like this they just hit the spot. So yeah, overall I would definitely recommend Sex Drive. It's on Tubi right now. It's expiring in a couple days, so you know if you have time to watch a movie in the next couple days, I would say definitely check out Sex Drive on Tubi if you haven't seen it. You know, check it out before it leaves. But yeah, I would definitely recommend it. And yeah, that's been my review of Sex Drive. Thank you all very much for watching, and peace out.